apparently these organizations just don't really care at the end of it. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. That is... Nah. You gotta be taking the... man. Help me! So ladies and gentlemen, this episode, man oh man, it's all about this crazy story that I'm sure some of you have already seen, but it involves women's swimming and a male athlete. I know, a male athlete in women's sports. We've never covered that one before. It's a new thing on the channel. Yeah, still at this point, liberals will say, oh, it's not a problem, it doesn't really exist. Alright mate, but this story is all about a male swimmer who had been competing in the female category, who by the way, doesn't even look like a woman at all. He looks like a bodybuilder, not even joking. Wait until you see the images, but he is now being given a 5-year ban for refusing to take a sex test. And what were the excuses given? Oh, it's invasive and it's expensive. Alright mate, you sure it's got nothing to do with the fact that you're actually a man that looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger? No? Right, now we're going to get into this one, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe this is still going on today, but before we do, as always, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this very first post. So as you guys can see, Icons Women have reported breaking. World Aquatics has suspended male athlete Hugo Hanna/Anna Caldas from women's swimming for 5 years and revoked his 2024 world titles and record. Wait, what? He's won a 2024 world title, oh mate, following his refusal to undergo sex verification screening to prove eligibility in the women's category. Now I don't know about you guys, but this image right here. Oh mate, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Whoever allowed this dude to compete needs their eyes testing, because even Stevie Wonder could see that is not a woman. And pretty much everybody is reacting in the same way because it is common sense. Serena Patrick says, no one needs a cheek swab to see that beast is a bloke. Come on now. US Masters Swimming concluded he's female in its investigation because it relied on paper documents and his word. So yes. What? There is plenty of incompetence at leadership levels out there. He's still ranked #1 in the US in 5 women's events for the year. If you genuinely looked at this behemoth and said, oh yeah, that's clearly a woman, I actually don't think there's any hope for you. I actually think you're lost. And it's embarrassing that Stevie Wonder, again, has better eyesight than you. Like, that's shameful. But let's get into this Daily Mail article because they go into a little bit more detail. As you can see, it says, trans swimmer handed 5-year ban for refusing sex test months after demolishing female rivals at US Masters. The fact he was allowed to compete in the very first place, man, it's just insane. You know, as a female swimmer, you've got to be rocking up to these events and you turn to your left or right or whatever and you see this dude, you know you've lost. Yeah, you know you've lost. Man, I would have just forfeited straight away. What is that? Transgender swimmer Anna Caldas, 47, has been handed a 5-year ban by the sport's governing body for refusing to take a gender verification test. Caldas, who triggered an investigation by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton into US Masters Swimming earlier this year. I'm speechless because how did it take this long for an investigation to be triggered? We all just saw the images, right? Are people that out of it? But he competed at the 2024 Masters World Championships in the senior women's category. But Caldas, who goes by the name of Hannah, looks like a Hannah, and was born in Portugal but represents America, refused to undergo gender verification screening as part of World Aquatics' investigation into their eligibility. As a result, World Aquatics has now banned Caldas until October 2030, and all results between June 2022 and October 2024 have been stripped. Good. However, in response, Caldas said, and get this man, chromosomal tests are invasive and expensive procedures. Right. I think we can all see why you don't want to take one. My insurance refuses to cover such a test because it is not medically necessary. No US state requires genetic tests for recreational sports events like these, not even US Masters Swimming. The national governing body for recreational adult swimming in the US demands this for any of its events. Oh no. You shouldn't even be competing against women in the very first place. Stop whining. Caldas continued, I understand and accept the consequences, but a 5-year suspension is the price I have to pay to protect my most intimate medical information. I'm happy to pay that price for myself and for all the women who don't want to undergo invasive testing. Shut up. The ban by the sport's global governing body comes 2 months after US Masters Swimming cleared Caldas to compete in female categories at their events after proving they are a cis woman. What? Texas Attorney General Paxton sued US Masters Swimming this summer after Caldas and another transgender woman, Jennifer Rines, were allowed to compete at the Spring National Championship in April. So even though, right, let's just say this, even though Trump has been elected and he said he's going to come out and stop men from competing in women's sports, it is still going on. Why is it still going on? It shouldn't be going on. We're in October of 2025. I should not be sat here. Nobody should still be sat in their chairs reporting about situations like this. Is it just going to go on and on and on and on? Caldas won the top prize in the women's 45 to 49 age category for the 50 and 100 yard breaststroke, the 50 and 100 yard freestyle, and the 100 yard individual medley in San Antonio, Texas. Rines also finished ahead of dozens of women. Mate, this is a total joke. The suit alleged that US Masters Swimming undermined the trust of consumers through false, deceptive, and misleading practices because it said the other swimmers faced what is described as an unfair advantage. I mean, it's not described as an unfair advantage. It is an unfair advantage. That is the fact. Paxton also said that US Masters Swimming deprived female participants of the opportunity to succeed at the highest levels by letting men win countless events. Yeah, this is a disgrace, man. And where are the woke liberal feminists outraged about this? We always have to make this argument because they talk about men every day taking away opportunities, etc., etc. But as soon as that man identifies as a woman, they go silent. Doesn't make any sense. In this year's event, Caldas easily beat the competition in the 50-yard breaststroke, winning by a massive 3 seconds with a time of 29.74. A spokeswoman for the Independent Council on Women's Sports Icons said the difference in time between Caldas and the other swimmers was absolutely insane, adding to Redux that Caldas was just laughing at these women. How did our planet fall so quickly? Icons penned a letter to the US Masters Swimming Board implying that by allowing Caldas to compete, they had violated their own fair play policies. So apparently these organizations just don't really care at the end of it. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. That is... Nah, you gotta be taking the man. Are you serious? That is that again. Oh my word. Oh my word. This might be one of the most insane stories that I have seen. Somebody or a group of people within these sports organizations saw this and that and this and thought, yeah, oh no, that is a woman. Really? Oh, whoa. Mate, come on now, this is a total joke. I don't even know what to say, but I am just glad that they have now been banned. I mean, look, this is all it took. This is all it took. Just ask them to do a sex test. Oh no, I'm not going to do that because it's invasive and expensive. Yeah. Alright, it's just clown world stuff. It really is. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this story. What are your thoughts on this trans swimmer being handed a 5-year ban for refusing a sex test and the images you saw? I'd like to know. I actually can't believe that this man was not only allowed to compete, but he won a title. He holds records. He destroyed the female competition. This is what woke insanity does. And everybody involved was like, nah, this is actually okay. Until an investigation was triggered. If that investigation wasn't triggered, this male athlete would have been allowed to still compete. This is what athletes today, a lot of female athletes, have to deal with. But again, as I said at the beginning, the woke liberals will go, oh, it's not really an issue, people are making up, it's exaggerated. Okay, alright, but we'll end that one there, ladies and gentlemen, because we could just go on and on and on. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your host JD. have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.